Hi everyone, good evening to all of you. So friends, I hope all of you are in good health and your preparation for CAT 2024 and other management entrance examinations is going in the right direction. I'm Gaurav Gupta. I'm one of the mentors with Career Launcher and I welcome all of you this evening in our next session, in the next series of sessions that I'm going to start from today. So by now you all must have noticed that uh, you all must have noticed that I can say these things these sessions are going parallel to each other. We have started some series for all of you, right? Once again, I think there is some problem with the beginning of this lecture. Okay, now everything is good. Shubhra, we are already live. You're asking when will we start the session? So we already are live on the YouTube channel. So I welcome all of you once again. Good evening, everyone. And like I mentioned earlier, like I'm hopeful that all of you are in good health and your preparation for CAT and other management and entrance examination is going on a right track, right? So you are able to manage the schedule, whatever busy schedule you have in parallel to your college, in parallel to your job, you are able to manage all these things, right? Now, friends, by now, all of you must have known that in the last week or 10 days, I have started 3 or 4 series in parallel. Now, in one of the series, I am discussing previous year paper questions of Quant and LRDI, right? So there are some sessions in which I'm discussing the questions of Quant from the previous year papers, and there is another series in which I'm discussing previous year paper questions of LRDI, right? Now for Quant, we have started with percentages, right? And in LRDI, we have started with mixed sets. Also, parallel to this series, I am also running a series in which I'm discussing the basic set of data interpretation, right? So I'm taking care of every type of audience, the students who are good enough in Quant and LRDI. For those students, we are discussing the previous year paper questions of CAT examination. The students who are not so confident in these two areas, we have started the basics of data interpretation and the basics of other topics. So one new series that I have started is on number systems. So in this series, there will be somewhere around 8 to 10 sessions in which I will be discussing. So I'll tell you what I'll be doing in these sessions. But today I'm going to discuss only the importance of number systems, the different topics that comes under number systems, and the type of questions that you may get from number systems. And then after a few minutes, we will discuss some questions which are based on number systems, right? So today, yes, we are going to discuss some questions, right? But before that, I'm going to discuss what is the importance, what all is the content that you'll have to study in number systems, okay? And vis-a-vis different examinations like CAT and non-CAT examinations, how many questions we can expect from the chapter of number systems. All right. So friends, I hope I am clearly visible and audible to all of you. Please write something in the chat box. Come on, quickly. Please write something in the chat box to acknowledge that I'm clearly visible and audible to all of you. And then we'll discuss the importance of number systems from the point of view of CAT and non-CAT examinations. All right. Dhwani, thank you for confirmation. Meghadri, good to see you once again. Dhwani, you have also been seen in my sessions. I can see that there are some students who are regularly attending these sessions. Good to see all of you. Welcome once again. All right. Now, since I have got a confirmation that I am clearly visible and audible to all of you, so we can start this session. So first of all, I'll discuss the different topics that comes under number systems. Okay. Now, number system, first of all, it is the backbone of quantitative ability. Now, if you don't know your numbers, then you will not be able to solve any question of quant, right? So without understanding what all different categories of numbers exist, what is the classification of number, which category of numbers falls under which other category of number, you will not be able to solve the questions, right? So if a question says that like a is a rational number, now a is a rational number and you are not clear what actually is a rational number, right? Then you will not be able to solve that question, right? So the classification of numbers is one of the important subtopics in number systems, from where we need to start the number systems, right? Without knowing the different categories of numbers, you will not be able to solve even a single question, right? So this is one very important area that will not only help you in solving some of the direct questions from number systems, but some indirect questions in algebra, mostly in algebra, right? So you will see a very high usage of number systems in plenty of questions of algebra, especially linear equations, quadratic equations, arithmetic progressions or progressions and series, right? These chapters will be seen like you will be studying all these chapters, and in these chapters you will yourself acknowledge that like there is a huge role of number systems as a whole, right? Now next comes is divisibility rules. Now different divisibility rules, there can be direct or indirect questions that you may get from divisibility rules. Now divisibility rules, knowing them is not only important from the point of view of checking a number's divisibility by another number. So let's say if I'll write a random number, 3692587 right? And I'll ask you if this number is divisible by 8 or not, right? So you must be knowing the divisibility rule of 8. But rarely you will see such kind of direct questions. So these kind of calculations, if a given number is divisible by another number, will be used directly in different forms. All right. Also, you may get direct questions which will directly ask you the usage of divisibility rules. Or let's say I'll give you a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Now, if this number is divided by 1001, then what will be the remainder? So you will feel that this is the question of remainder. This is the question of remainder theorems. But no, you are mistaken. Divisibility rule of 1001 will be applicable for this one. All right. So in our classes, we actually discuss all these things in length, right? Now, next is the topic factors and multiples. Now, finding the number of factors of a given number, right? Number of ways of writing a number as a product of 2 different factors, as a product of 3 different factors, sum of all the factors of a number, right? Number of ways of writing a number as the product of 2 co-prime numbers. What are co-prime numbers? So all these things will be directly or indirectly used. Now, especially the thing that I've discussed, the thing that I've just mentioned, that the number of ways of writing a number as the product of 2 factors. This one particular concept is used in one of the questions of special equations, where we need to find out the number of integral solutions or number of natural number solutions for a given 2 linear equation in 2 variable. Okay, so these are the things, factors and multiples will be used. Now, Ravi Teja, we will be solving questions today, definitely. But I am telling you, like, I believe you were not present since the beginning. So the students who have joined in just now, for them, first of all, try to look at the first 5 minutes, whatever I've discussed in the first 5 minutes, and quick repetition of that. This is a new series that I'm starting, in which I'll be discussing all these things one by one, right? So all these things will be taken care of one by one in the next 8 to 10 sessions that I have planned for all of you for number systems. I'm running different series in parallel, so all of you can have a look at the YouTube channel of Career Launcher, and that will give you an idea about the different series that I'm running. And I'll be continuing these series for the next 2 or 3 months. All right. So today I'm just telling you the importance of number systems, the different topics under number systems, and then after a few minutes, we will be discussing some questions. So do not worry at all. I know that all of you are hungry to solve the questions, and I will not disappoint any one of you. All right, fine. Now the next topic is LCM and HCF. LCM, HCF, again, you will find direct and indirect questions from number systems, right? finding unit digits, finding 10 digits, these are some important concepts from which the questions are asked. Remainder theorems, slightly a difficult topic, and finding the greatest integer power of any prime number or any composite number in the factorial of any number, right? Okay, so all these things will be will be taken care of in this series that we are going for all the students on the YouTube channel. Now, Kushagar, you are asking, is this for Express Batch 2? If your question is related to the Career Launcher Express batch that I am taking, in which I am teaching, so I must clear that like these are the free sessions on YouTube, and anyone and everyone can come on YouTube and attend these sessions, right? So you don't have to pay for these sessions. All of these sessions are absolutely free. Okay, but also understand that I cannot teach each and everything in these free sessions on YouTube. Fine. So, Kushagar, if you are a part of Express Batch, then you will be taught a lot more than these things. Okay. Yes, Kushagar. All right. So these are the different topics that comes under number systems, and I'll be taking the basics of these areas in the sessions that will be planned in future. Right. Now the next thing is weightage in different examinations. Now, if you look at the last 5 or 6 year paper, like last 5 or 6 year paper of CAT examination, then you will feel that number systems is not very important. In some cases, you will see a maximum of 3 or 4 questions coming from number system in CAT examination, a maximum of 3 or 4 questions. Okay, so my question is, 3 questions from number systems, are they not enough out of 22 or 24 questions that we may get in CAT 2024? 3 questions is good enough, right? So if we are able to solve these 3 questions, like 3 out of these 3 questions, then we will secure good percentile. We can obviously we cannot depend on number systems, but for a student who is ambitious, for a student who is very ambitious, of 95 percentile or 99 percentile in CAT examination in the QA section, right? So if you are ambitious, you are targeting some very good colleges, then you must not leave anything as far as quant, LRDI or verbal RC is concerned. Fine. So finish your entire syllabus. So I can say that in CAT, you can find maximum 2 or 3 questions as per the trend we have seen in the last few years, right? In the last year as well, like we have seen some direct questions from number systems. So number systems, I would say that it is not the most important area, right? But yes, it is important because we have seen number of questions coming from number systems in CAT examination, right? Now talking about other non-CAT examinations, there are some examinations in which you will see huge weightage of number systems like SNAP, NMAT, and MHCT. In MHCT, you will find plenty of direct questions coming from number system. The questions which are based on finding LCM and HCF or the properties of LCM, HCF, unit digits, greatest integer power. So like these questions, like these concepts will be tested regularly or have been tested regularly in these examinations, right? So we can say that number system is a very important area from the point of view of each and every examination. Now, some of your mentors will tell that you can afford to leave number systems, but I would say that we are still at least 4 months away. So July, August, September, October. In November, you will have CAT, right? So you have complete 4 months, and in these 4 months, you can easily manage to cover 100% of your syllabus, right? I'm not saying that you should be giving a lot of time to number systems, but make sure that you don't leave any area from number systems, because you never know that you may see some easy questions coming from number systems as well, right? Now, looking at the different types of questions that we'll get. So first of all, I'll categorize in two parts, obviously direct questions and indirect questions. So in the last 10 to 15 minutes, I've already told you that in examinations, you will definitely see direct questions. Now, direct questions will be based on some formulas or some logic from the number systems, properties of different things on the number system, right? But a lot of indirect questions have been asked from number system. So if I talk about the number of questions that have come in cat which have used the concept of number systems indirectly, then the number will be very high. The number will be at least 7 to 8 questions, right? So every year you will find indirect usage of number systems in at least 7 to 8 questions that you will see in cat examination. So I can say that yes, it is an important area. All right, fine. So this is about like brief about the importance of number system. The more important thing for all of you is in the upcoming days, I will be conducting 8 to 10 sessions in which I will focus on each of these subtopics of number systems, and we will be discussing some concepts as well as plenty of questions will be discussed in every class. All right. So now for today, let's start practicing some questions. Okay. So the first question is based on the basic divisibility rule. Okay. Fine. So question says that, so you have a 10-digit number in front of you. I will give you some information about this, some more information. So this is a 10-digit number such that A and B are single-digit numbers. And it is given that n is divisible by 8. Okay, so you are given that n is divisible by 8. Then you will have to tell me the number of possible pairs of A comma B. All right. So direct usage of the divisibility rule, and you can find this type of questions on an easier level. So this question will be slightly tough. This question will be slightly tough, but you can find some questions like this on an easier level. Okay. So tell me what will be the total number of possible pairs for A and B if n is divisible by 8. So I'll be discussing the same question in 2 or 3 different ways. Okay. So n is given as 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 5, 6, 7, B, 8. And it is given that it is a 10-digit number such that A and B are single-digit numbers. Now, A and B are single-digit numbers starting from 0 to 9. Okay. So A and B are single-digit numbers starting from 0 to 9. So the value of A and B can be any number starting from 0 to 9. Then we'll have to find out the number of possible pairs for A comma B. All right. Given that the number is divisible by 8. So take 1 minute, take 2 minutes and tell me what will be the correct answer of this question. All right. So Nayan is the first one who has given the answer. Very good, Nayan. So Nayan, don't be satisfied. I'm not saying that your answer is incorrect, but still, since you have some time, you can work on your answer. Check if it is correct or not. So Nayan, Meghadri and Abhindas, all three of you are saying that the correct answer is 20. All right. I'm giving you a few more seconds to cross check your answer and then we'll have a discussion on this. All right, Ayush has come up with a different answer. Ayush thinks that the answer will be 40. Okay, nice. Now you got to have a systematic approach of dealing with every question. And this question is no different. So if you have a systematic approach, then your answer cannot be wrong. Okay, anyone else who would like to give the answer? There are more than 15 students who are watching this session in live format. Only 4 students have given the answer. Come on, guys, come on. Give me an answer. ज़्यादा difficult question नहीं है. Now the given thing is the number is divisible by 8. Can you write what is the rule of divisibility of 8? What is the divisibility rule of 8? Come on, anyone. Nayan, Abhindas, Ayush, Meghadri, any one of you can write the divisibility rule of 8. Just write it briefly. Come on. Now the divisibility rule of 8, absolutely correct. It is the last 3 digits. So the number formed by the last 3 digits, here it is 7B8. Now the number formed by last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. So I can say that 7B8, it's a 3-digit number and it should be divisible by 8. So what can be the different values of B? What are the different values that B can take? B की क्या-क्या different values हो सकती है? So if I'll put B as 0, 708. 708 is not divisible by 8. I'll pick B as 1. So if B is 1, will it be divisible by 8? Yes or no? So I'm asking you, 718, will it be divisible by 8? Yes or no? No, it is not. Okay. Now, another value of B, 728. So I'll pick 2 as the value of B. All right. So 728, yes, it is divisible. So 728 will be the first 3-digit number, substituting the values of B, that will make this 3-digit number divisible by 8. Okay. So the first value of B is 2. All right. Now, since 728 is divisible by 8, 738, 48, 58, none of them will be divisible. 768 will be the next number that will be divisible. So another value of B will be equal to 6. All right. So I can say that we have 2 possible values that B can take. Am I clear to each and every one of you? Yes or no? Okay. So if I keep changing values of B, I will find out that for B equal to 2 and B equal to 6, 728 and 768, the number formed 7B8 will be divisible by 8. All right. Now to make this process quick, like once you have obtained one number 728, now if we are changing the digit at tens place, if we are increasing the digit at tens place by 1, then the entire number will increase by 10. Okay. टेंस डिजिट पे मैं अगर नंबर को 1 से इंक्रीज करता हूं, then the entire number will increase by 10. Okay, so here I have 728, right? So if I'll add 10, so 10 is 10 divisible by 8? No. So when 10 is added to 728, which was already divisible by 8, when 10 will be added, the resulting number will not be divisible. If I'll add 20, 20 is not divisible by 8. If I'll add 30, 30 is not divisible by 8. If I'll add 40, yes, it is divisible by 8. So that is why 728 plus 40 will be divisible by 8. Okay, so I can say that the tens digit should increase by 4. All right, so after adding 40, you will realize that the resulting number is divisible by 8. All right, so the 2 values of B will be 2 and 6. Okay, now since this number is divisible by 8, so we can say that the divisibility by 8 will depend only on the value of B, but it will not depend on the value of A. So we can say that corresponding to the value of B, A can take any of the values starting from 0 to 9. So when B is equal to 2, A can be any number starting from 0 to 9. So there will be 10 different pairs. And then when B is equal to 6, once again, A will be any number starting from 0 to 9. So once again, there are 10 pairs. So 10 plus 10, the correct answer, yes, it is equal to 20. So the students who have initially given the answer, Shrey, Abhindas, Nayan, Meghadri, Ayush. So Ayush, you should have checked your answer. So 40 is not the answer, 20 is the correct answer of this question. All right, fine. Now let's take one variation of this question. एक छोटा सा वेरिएशन देखते हैं, ठीक है? So इस क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा सा टफ बनाते हैं, and instead the number is divisible by 8. Instead of this, it is given that the number is divisible by 72. Okay, now the number is given to be divisible by 72, right? So now tell me what will be the answer of this question. How many possible pairs for a comma b will be there? So I have added slight level of difficulty in this. Okay, so now you will have to check the divisibility rule of multiple numbers. Earlier you were checking only the divisibility rule of 8. Now you will have to do something else in this. And come on, while you are solving this question, go ahead and please press the like button. Right? I also need some motivation from each and every one of you. I need to know that if you are liking this session or not. If you're liking the sessions that I'm conducting for all of you, then I will be planning some more sessions. If you're not liking them, what is the use of planning these sessions? So please show your show your love for me. Come on, go ahead and tell me if you're liking this session or not by pressing the like button. All right, so Meghadri has given an answer. Meghadri, you're saying that there are only 2 pairs. Okay. Nayan also is saying that there are 2 pairs. All right. Wonderful. Let's get into the discussion of this. Now, 72. Now, what will be the divisibility rule of 72? Now, some of you would know this thing, but how to determine the divisibility rule of any number? Now, 72, first of all, quickly do the prime factorization of this number. So whatever the number is, do its prime factorization. Now, once I will do the prime factorization of 72, it will look like 2 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 3 raised to the power 2. All right. So take 2 cube separately and 3 square separately. 2 cube is 8 and 3 square is 9. So for a number to be divisible by 72, the number should be divisible by 8 as well as 9. So for this number, we will be applying the divisibility rule of both these numbers, 8 as well as 9. Okay. Now for the number to be divisible by 8, we have already calculated the value of b. So the value of b can be 2. The value of b can be 6, right? We have already done this thing. Okay. So there is no need to repeat it from the beginning, right? So I'll be checking the numbers divisibility by 8 as well as 9. Now the rule of 8 is the number formed by last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. And the rule of 9 says that the sum of all the digits should be divisible by 9. Sum of all the digits, right? So sum of all the digits is required to be divisible by 9. So I can say that it will require all the digits. It will require both A and B. So right now, I will not apply the rule of 9, but I will start with the rule of 8. ठीक है ना? 8 का rule पहले apply करेंगे. We will obtain the values of B. Okay, we will obtain the different values of B. And after obtaining the values of B, we will apply the rule of 9. Okay. Shrey, wonderful, good that you are responding. Nayan, thank you. Yes, the divisibility rule is 9 and 8 since 72 is equal to 9 into 8. Now, Nayan, I will make one more thing clear. 72 can be written as 18 multiply 4 as well, right? It can be written in multiple ways. Okay. But to determine the divisibility rule, it is always better to convert, to write the number in prime factorization. So always do the prime factorization and then obtain the divisibility rule. You will not have any confusion for bigger numbers. Okay. All right. Now we have obtained the values of B. So I'll now divide the question in two parts. Now when B is equal to 2 and when B is equal to 6, now I'll apply the divisibility rule of 9. Now for that, I need to calculate the sum of the digits. So what is the sum of the digits of this number? Sum of the digits of this number. Yes, sum of the digits of this number. I believe it is. Yes, anyone? What is the sum of the digits of this number? Come on, anyone? Shrey, are you sure? Sum of the digits of this number written here n 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, 6, 7, b 8. Give me the sum in the form of a and b. So I'm writing it 36 plus a plus b. Okay, so the sum of the digits is 36 plus a plus b. Now when b is equal to 2, then the sum of the digits will be 38 plus a. If b is equal to 2, then the sum of the digits will be 38 plus a. Right? Now, for the number to be divisible by 9, the sum should be completely divisible by 9. So for what value of a, 38 plus a will be divisible by 9? 38 plus what number? So above 38, 45 is the number that is divisible by 9. Okay, so the value of a will be 7. And I can say that 7 comma 2 is the first pair. All right, fine. Now, when b is equal to 6, then the sum of the digits will be 42 plus a. All right, and the value of a will come out to be 3. So the next pair is 3 comma 6. And yes, these are the only two pairs. Meghadri 7 comma 2 and 3 comma 6, not 7 comma 6. Okay, so 7 comma 2 and 3 comma 6, these are the only two pairs that will make the number divisible by 72. All right, fine. So these are this is one basic type of question that you will be seeing in your examination. Okay. Now let's go ahead and look at the next question. Question number 2. How many factors of 80,640 are the multiples of 576? How many factors of 80,640 are the multiples of 576? So I'll give you 2 minutes to get an answer for this question. By now, you should have given the answer. Now, this question totally depends upon the properties of finding the number of factors. Okay. So, obviously, you will have to first of all do the prime factorization. All right. So now, first of all, I'll do the prime factorization of this number and this number, both of them. All right. So 80,640. Yes. Can anyone help me with the prime factorization of this? So I'll calculate. Okay, so is this the prime factorization? Ayush, I'm getting the power of 2 as 8. Can you please check your answer? So 2 raised to the power 8 multiplied by 5 raised to the power 1, 3 square, 7 power 1. So everything is fine, but I'm getting the power of 2 as 8. So 2 raised to the power 8 multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 5 raised to the power 1 multiplied by 7 raised to the power 1. And what about 576? Now 576 is 2 raised to the power 6 multiplied by 3 square. Okay, 576 will be 2 raised to the power 6 multiplied by 3 square. Give me a yes if you have obtained the same prime factorization. All of you, come on. Or if you agree with this, come on, give me an acknowledgement. If you are listening to whatever I'm saying, if you are present in this session mentally, then please give me a yes to acknowledge if it is fine or not. Now, friends, I want to find all the factors of 80,640, which are the multiples of 576. Right? Now, from this prime factorization of 80,640, can I take out 576 common? Yes, I can do that. So I can write 80,640, which is this prime factorization. I will take 576 common. That means 2 raised to the power 6 multiplied by 3 raised to the power 2. I will take this part common and will write the remaining. So 2 raised to the power 8. From that, I have taken 2 raised to the power 6 common. So I'll be left with 2 square. Okay. Then from 3 square, which was there, I have taken 3 square common. So no power of 3 will be left. 5 power 1 and 7 power 1 will be left. Okay. Right? So now I have to find out all the factors of 80,640, which are the multiples of this number. So I've taken this number common, I've taken 576 common. And now if you will calculate all the factors of the number which is written in the bracket, that will become your answer. Okay, so the number of factors of this number, 2 raised to the power 2 multiply 5 raised to the power 1 multiply 7 raised to the power 1. Number of factors of this number will be 3 multiplied 2 multiplied 2. No Meghadri, this is 140, yes, but we'll have to calculate the number of factors. Okay, so number of factors will be 3 multiplied 2 multiplied 2. If you think that how to calculate the number of factors, so wait for the next session. Okay, I'll be teaching you most of these things. So 3 multiplied 3 multiplied 2 multiplied 2, that is 12. So there will be 12 factors of 80,640 that will be the multiples of 576. So the answer of this question will be 12. Okay, yes Ayush, powers plus 1 करके multiply करना है and you will get the number of factors. Absolutely correct. Okay, so that's it about this question. Let's take one more question and then we will call it a day. Now, property based on the number of factors of a number. Okay, let's have a look at this one. There are 1,000 doors in a row. There are 1,000 doors in a row. All doors are initially closed. Okay. Now a person walks through all the doors multiple times and toggle. Toggle का मतलब दिया हुआ है, toggle का meaning दिया हुआ है. Toggle means if the door is open, then he will close the door. If the door is closed, he will open the door. Okay. So there are 1,000 doors in a row. All doors are initially closed. A person walks through all the doors multiple times and toggle them in the following way. So in his first walk, the person toggles every door. Okay. In the second walk, the person toggles every second door, that is second, fourth, eighth, second, fourth, sixth, eighth, and so on. All the multiples of 2. In the third walk, he will toggle all the doors which are the multiples of 3. In the fourth walk, he will toggle all the doors which are multiples of 4. Fifth walk, multiples of 5. Sixth walk, multiples of 6, and so on. Likewise, he will take a total of 1,000 walks. So in the last walk, he will toggle the door which is the multiple of 1000. Okay. Now, after so much of walking, obviously the person will be very fit. Okay. But we don't have to look at the fitness level. We have to find out how many doors will be open in the end or how many doors will be closed in the end. Okay. I hope you have understood the question. Please give me an acknowledgement if you have understood the question. आंसर कैसे फाइंड आउट करना है ये हम देखेंगे. क्वेश्चन समझ में आया या फिर नहीं, जस्ट क्विकली टेल. All right. So Ayush has understood the question. So only Ayush has understood the question. Nice, good Ayush. So if you have okay, so if you have understood the question, go ahead and try to answer. If you have not understood the question, then you will have to tell me that you have not understood. Then only I'll be explaining you. Okay, right? Your silence is not telling me that if you have understood or not. So if you have not understood, ask me to repeat. I'll happily repeat it. Okay, chaliye. So Ayush, you have understood. Other students, those who have understood this one, try to brainstorm a little bit on this one, and we'll see how to actually find out the answer. So it is a very, very conceptual question. Yes, come on, tell me any answer, anything that you can think about this one. All right, friends, nothing that you can think about this one. So now let's talk about this question. So I'll start from the basic. Fine. Now, can you tell me all the factors of this number? I'm giving you a number. You will have to write all the factors of this number. Come on, go ahead and write it. All the factors of 15. I want this thing from each and every one of you. People, if you want to learn something, you will have to respond. Okay? So Ishita, Meghatari, Shubhra, Ayush, Shrey, lovely, good. So some of you are responding, nice. So all the factors 1, 3, 5, and 15. Okay, all right, good. Give me the factors of 20 once again. Come on, give me all the factors of 20. I'm writing it 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Right? So number of factors of this number is 4. Number of factors of this number is 6. Okay? I'll take one more number. Let's say 40. So number of factors of 40, 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, and 40. So number of factors is 8. 28, another number. 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, 28. 6 factors. Okay. One last number, 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. Now for this number, good, lovely to see such a wonderful response from each and every one of you. I loved it. So guys, ruk jao. Ab now don't calculate the number of factors. Stop and listen to me. Okay, Shubhra, very good, amazing. So 36, the number of factors is equal to, just tell me the number of factors of 36. What is the number of factors of 36? The number of factors of 36 is equal to 9. Okay. Now, observe these numbers that I am marking. 4, 6, 8, 6, and 9. Okay. Now, how I can say that 9 is different from these numbers? 9 is an odd number and these numbers are even. Okay. Now, there is a property that you will study in number systems, that the number of factors, the number of factors of a perfect square, if a number is a perfect square, its number of factors will always be an odd number. Absolutely. Good, Ayush. So a perfect square will always have odd number of factors and a non-perfect square will always have even number of factors. I'm talking about the number of factors. All right. I'm talking about the number of factors for a perfect square, for a non-perfect square. But how this particular thing is related to the question? Don't worry, you will understand it. Okay? Right? So I hope you have understood this thing. The number of factors of a perfect square will always be an odd number, and number of factors of a non-perfect square will always be an even number. Okay? Now let's come back to this question. I'll pick up any random door. Let's say we have numbered all these 1,000 doors from 1, 2, 3 up till 1,000. We have numbered these doors. So the door whose number is 15, okay, the door whose number is 15, it will be toggled by the first student in the first walk, in the third walk, in the fifth walk, and in the 15th walk. I'll repeat, the door whose number is 15. So in the first walk, he toggled every door. So he will definitely toggle door number 15. In the third walk, he has toggled all the multiples of 3. So he will toggle door number 15. Similarly, in the fifth walk and the 15th walk. So door number 15 will be toggled by 4 students. Similarly, door number 20 will be toggled by 6 students. Door number 40, door number 28, door number up till door number 28. Just look at these. These doors will be toggled by even number of students. These doors will be toggled even number of times. Right? Fine. So I can say that the door numbers which are non-perfect squares, they will be toggled even number of times. So if a door is toggled twice, it was initially closed. Okay, the door was initially closed. All the doors were initially closed. So if any door is toggled even number of times, it will finally be closed. All right. So I can say that all the door numbers which are non-perfect squares, they will finally be closed. Okay. Now talking about number 36, which is a perfect square. Okay. So this door will be toggled odd number of times and it will be finally open. All right. So all the numbers up till 1,000, which are perfect squares. Okay. So all the door numbers which are perfect squares will finally be open. Right? So now this question is only about calculating the number of perfect squares up till 1,000. Please don't disappoint me and tell me how many perfect squares. Yes, Pragati. So Pragati, if the number is a perfect square, it will be toggled odd number of times. Odd number of times, let's say एक बार toggle किया तो वो close था, open हो गया. If it is toggled 3 times, close tha, open, close, open. Fine. Again, it will be open. Fine, Pragati. Am I clear? So, all the numbers from 1 to 1000, which are perfect squares, these door numbers will finally be open. So, up till 1000, how many perfect squares are there? 30 square is 900. 31 square is 961. 32 square is 1024. So I can say that before 1000, there will be 31 perfect squares. Okay, Ayush Meghadri, absolutely correct. So up till 1000, there are 31 perfect squares, and hence 31 doors will be finally open. Okay, and the remaining 969 doors will be finally closed. All right, and that is the answer of this question. All right, so a wonderful property of number of factors, we will not even realize that this kind of property will be used in such a question. Okay, but like if you look at this question, you'll not feel that this is the question of number systems, but actually this is the question of number system, which uses the properties of perfect squares. Sorry, properties of perfect squares, yes, and the properties of number of factors as well. All right, fine. So friends, on this note, we will stop here for the day. I am here for the next few minutes in case you have any kind of question, any kind of doubt, anything you want to ask me related to the series of sessions that we'll be conducting on the YouTube channel of Career Launcher. You can have that question in the chat box. Okay. Otherwise, we will call it a day, and I will see you tomorrow with my next session. So once again, I will brief all of you about the different series of sessions. So in one series, that is for all the students who are at the peak of their preparation, who are good at quant and LRDI, and they want to look at the previous year paper questions of CAT examination, some efficient ways of solving those questions. Okay. So in a series I am conducting a series in which I am solving and discussing efficient method to solve previous year paper questions of CAT examination for quant and LRDI separately, right? Another series in which I'm discussing the basic sets of data interpretation. That these sets will involve calculations, basic calculations, understanding line graphs, pie charts, tabular data, histograms. So in these sessions, I'll be increasing the level of difficulty. All right, gradually. Right. Today, I've started this series on number systems, wherein every week I'll be conducting probably 2 sessions on each and every concept of number systems. So I'll be touching all the concepts of number systems one by one in these sessions, and we'll be discussing the questions. So concepts will be discussed as well as questions, right? Now, Shrey, you're asking, sir, will these lectures take place at the same time? I don't understand at the same time. Obviously, at the same time, I cannot be in 2 different sessions. Okay, parallelly, yes. If you're asking that the series will run parallelly, so yes, the series will run parallelly. Because understand that I have to cater a different category of students, right? So I have to make all of you happy. Okay, so like for different requirement, for different type of students, I'm conducting different series. Okay, so yes, all these series, all these sessions will be parallel. So every week, like in this week, I have conducted 3 sessions. Already 2 sessions on basics of data interpretation are conducted. Ek aaj tha 1 o'clock. I believe yesterday or day before yesterday, I have taken 1 session, and 1 session will be is planned for tomorrow. So in this week only, I've conducted 3 sessions. I'll be conducting 3 sessions on basics of data interpretation. Similarly, number systems, 1 or 2 sessions. Similarly, previous year paper questions of CAT for quant and LRDI, 2 or 3 sessions. Likewise, I'll be conducting these sessions on weekly basis, right? Am I clear, Som? Shrey Som? Am I clear? All right. So friends, I believe that's all from my side. And I believe you don't have any questions to ask. Everything is clear, crystal clear. So friends, thank you very much. If you haven't pressed the like button, go ahead, do that. Subscribe our channel, comment if you have anything that you want to ask, and share this session with your friends and family. Have a nice time. We'll see you tomorrow once again with the next session. Bye bye.